country. There's gold in them hills and I'm gonna find it. It's a sight to see. You can't believe how the color of gold makes you lose control. Well, there's gold in them hills and I've got the fever.
Whoa, welcome to Gold Fever Adventures. I'm Jack Tucker. Today, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today. I'm going to be doing me some dry washing. We'll talk about dry washers, how they operate. We'll just talk about dry washers. And I'm going to dry wash some material, and we'll see if I find any gold or not. They say dry washers are not the most efficient way to find gold. Gold separates better in water than it does with air. That is true. But we're going to talk about that. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do today. There's a guy up here. He's been doing a lot of dry washing. And I'm just kind of curious if he's losing anything in his tailing pile. So I'm just going to run the dry washer through, or run his tailings through the dry washer. Now, he's already classified everything out, so I don't even have to classify anything. But let me show you some of this stuff. Now, this guy's done a lot of work right here. It's already classified, so this is what I want to run, this right here. But so let me just walk down and I'll show you what he's doing right here. He's done building a nice little trail. Look, he stacked rocks right here. You would think old timers were here, did all of this stuff here. So he's up in here digging. So he's got him a nice bedrock coming right down through here. Settles out right in through here. A lot of stuff still in here to pick out. So what he's doing is he's vacuuming. He's getting all this stuff vacuumed out. And there's some nice stuff in here, huh? This stuff will break apart. If you had a chisel, break some of this bedrock up. Is that there? So you could break a lot of this stuff up and vacuum this here. I don't know if he's breaking this up or not. But see, that's where the gold's going to be at, down in all this stuff. So, anyways, he's vacuuming this stuff up. And then he's got him like a trommel, a handheld trommel. So he's screening all the larger rocks off it and filling buckets with probably everything smaller, like a 1/2 inch maybe. And then he's carrying the buckets up here and he's running them through a dry washer. So he's got quite a little operation going on here. Quite a little operation going on. He's bringing it right here. And this is where he's running it, right there. So I'm going to be using a keen puffer today. Now, to tell you why I'm going to be using that particular dry washer. Okay, this is set up right here. I'm going to have to lift my front end up a little bit. It's a little bit too far steep. I see all this has been classified. This might even been classified down to a 1/4 inch. Already classified. This will run good. This will run smooth through there. Well, you can see the sun hasn't even come up yet. It's getting ready to come up right there. Right there. It's going to be up here soon. It's only about 65 degrees right now. It's a nice brisk morning. Now when you're dry washing, it has to be pretty dry. You can grab your material and squeeze it together, and if it stays clumped together, it's probably a little too damp. But if it just breaks apart like that, then it's good to dry wash. One reason dry washers are not the most efficient, you'll have a lot of dirt clogs in there. And those dirt clogs can't get broken down like they do in water. Water will break down and wash all these little rocks off. So if there's any pieces of gold left on that, you're going to miss it. So this one runs on a 12-volt battery. Most puffers do. The reason I'm taking this one, it has a larger hopper and a larger riffle tray. So I'm going for the larger rather than the smaller one. So I want to run a little more material than normally. This is the key, and I think they call this the DW2, I do believe. This is called. The riffles on a dry washer are backwards, opposite than they are on a sluice box, because the heavies get caught in front of the riffles. Other than that, let's fire this up and run some of this dirt. It's running nice. It's running nice. Slowly feeding down there, just puffing away. Puff, 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 puff. Perfect. Running perfect. You know, I tell you what, this is almost like cheating. It's almost like cheating. The material's already classified and it's just piled up here for me, and I just got to shovel it in. Yes, I'm cheating. He's going to be up here soon. I know he is. He's going to come back up and do some more work today, and he's going to wonder, what the hell is going on up here? Who's been in my pile of dirt? Better hurry and get this done before he gets up here. Well, the sun is upon me now. It feels good, the warmth. Yeah. Generally here in Arizona, we complain about the sun. In the wintertime, we like the sun. All right, I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this. You know, I even hear some people say they run the material twice. Now, you could run it twice if you really wanted to. If it's semi-damp, then I could almost see running it twice. But if it's not damp, let's just say you recover 80% and you're losing 20% of the gold. So if you run it, all your material again to get 80% of the 20% that you lost, you're probably better off just running virgin material because you're going to get higher recovery rate, if that makes any sense. Or if you take all your dirt home with you and you run it, and then later on, if you get bored, run it again. I used to take a lot of buckets home with me and run it through a dry washer. And then when it was wetter or I had nothing else to do, I'd run it through little recirculators, and you can get more gold that way too. But anyways, I enjoy dry washing. All right, let me show you the inside of this puffer dry washer. See, the screens are so thin that a lot of that fine powder stuff goes through that screen. So you got to clean these out once in a while. That's why they put this bolt plug right there so you can pull that out and get rid of all that stuff in there like that. Right there. But generally you lose these bolt plugs, so I got to make sure I don't lose the bolt plugs. But anyways, on a bellows dry washer, you see this flap right there. That's what opens up and lets air in. So this thing's got, see, here's your canvas right here. This is your bellows. And some of the videos you see that I do, they used those nails, and they hammered nails in the bottom of these here. And that's what worked loose over time, is those nails in the old timers dry washers. But these are, they use rivets in these here. But so this wheel rotates, and what it does is it pushes that bellows up and down. So as that's pushing this, as it's coming down, this flap will open up and allow air to come up and fill this box up. Then when it pushes up, it pushes the air, it closes this flap and pushes the air up into the box. So that's what causes this puff, puff, puff. Now, on a puffer dry washer, the angle is steeper, and that's because you've got to get rid of that material, and so it's kind of got to puff its way down. The other type of dry washer uses a fan, and they'll use like a leaf blower. So that's under constant air, and constant air you can run it a little more flatter, and you probably get a little bit better gold recovery with the constant air rather than the puffer air. But these puffers are working great. I'll tell you what, the price of gas now, I don't want to run any of them leaf blower type stuff, so puffers are becoming very, very popular. And putting it back together, just put that tray in there like that. Here it will come up. This will just drop down. And put it away. Well, buried myself, didn't I? See, I better get rid of all my footprints around here. So you can't see none of my footprints. Better get rid of all my footprints. Get rid of all my footprints there. Well, there's what little concentrates I got. So I can pan that out. As soon as I get back to the campground, I'll pan that out. All right, everything's secure back in the truck. You know, when you're running a dry washer, you probably only want to run it for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes before you do cleanups in between. What'll happen in a dry washer, you'll get a lot of the, especially if you're in an area that has a lot of black sands, those riffles fill up with black sands, and then that gold may not work its way through that black sands before it works its way down off into your tailings pile. So it's probably better to do shorter runs and clean, unless you have some type of magnet, and then just, go in front of all the riffles and just kind of pick up the black sands and put them in a bucket. Gold is non-magnetic, but yet the black sands can pinch the gold and bring it up with you. Same as in the pan when you're panning and trying to get rid of the black sands out of the pan. So you can do that, and you can run a little bit longer, but keep an eye on the black sands and just do shorter runs with your dry washer, and you'll have better recovery. Now, everything I'm talking about, it's just my opinion. Doesn't mean it's right, doesn't mean it's wrong, it's just my opinion. Some people may disagree with me. I've only been dry washing out here for probably 25 years maybe in the western states. I've dry washed in all the western states, from Washington, Oregon, California, Idaho, Montana, Utah, Nevada, Arizona. So anyways, there's gold out here in the western states. Dry washers work when it's dry. And they're dusty. Your puffers tend to be a little less dusty. They're still kind of dusty. If you don't like sucking in the dust, wear a mask. No biggie. But anyways, dry washers. I like using a dry washer. I think I can run more material faster through a dry washer. This guy's going to come up here and he's going to say, wait a minute here. I don't remember dry washing there. I thought I was dry washing over there. What's happening here? Something ain't right. He's going to wonder, what the hell happened? You'll see as soon as he watches the video, he'll leave a comment. You'll know who it is. Yeah, it's going to be funny. Maybe I ought to sneak out of here before he gets here. Let him think even more what the hell's going on here, huh? But yeah, he's got quite the operation going on there. Good old Arizona sunshine. You can't beat it, can you? All right, I'm going to head back to the campground. I'm going to pan this out, and we'll see if we get any gold. Yeah. So let's go do that. I'll see you back at the campground. Okay. Let's get in the sun and take a peek. Oh my God. Oh my God. I gotta get this better in the sun for you to see this. Let me move this a little bit. Look at that gold in there. Look at that gold in there. Look how chunky it is. Look how chunky those pieces of gold are. Oh, look at all that. Look at all those chunky pieces. Wow, that's what he's losing. Huh. Imagine what he's getting that he's not losing. Wow, I'll clean this up and show it to you better. I'm gonna have to spend some time getting this all cleaned up, but my God, that's unreal. That is unreal. That is unreal. I gotta go run the rest of all that. Man, I tell you what, that is a lot of gold to be losing out of that dry washer, which that tells me that he is not running that dry washer efficiently. He's not running it the way it is meant to be ran. I know which dry washer that he is running, and there's a couple tricks to making that thing working better, and I haven't seen him run it, so I don't know if he's running it properly or not, but I'm going to assume that he is not running it properly. If you run a dry washer efficiently, you can better recover, get a better recovery rate. But what that is losing, could you imagine if that's just 20% of what he's lost? Could you imagine how much gold that he's actually found? He ain't gonna fool me and say, yeah, I'm finding just a little bit. I ain't buying that. He's finding some nice gold because he's losing that type of gold. That's some nice chunky gold. Anyways, that was pretty cool. But hey, I'm gonna have to get back up there and do me some more dry washing. That was pretty cool. Got me some gold, and it was easy to get. Anyways, hey, I sure appreciate you guys coming along and sharing on these adventures. You know, if you're one of my supporters, channel supporters, I sure appreciate you guys supporting the channel, helping it grow as we continue to grow all the time. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys for your support. But anyways, so until our paths cross again, I hope I see you guys all out into the gold fields. Get out, find some of that, little bit of that yellow gold. So until we meet again, you guys all be safe. Take care of yourself, and thanks for watching.
Living and loving, paying the bills, keeping things real, man, you know the deal. But when it's time for me to unwind, I gotta go someplace where the sun can shine, and there ain't no better place than out in the country. There's gold in them hills, and I'm gonna find it. It's a sight to see. You can't believe how the color of gold makes you lose control. Well, there's gold in them hills, and I've got the fever. And there ain't no other place that I'd rather be. My friends come down and enjoy hanging out, and the kids are knee deep in the sand by the creek. Yeah, we're chasing the dog, let's put another log on the fire. There's times like these that make it all worth the while to me. There's gold in them hills, and I'm gonna find it. It's a sight to see. You can't believe how the color of gold makes you lose control. Well, there's gold in them hills, and I've got the fever. And there ain't no other place that I'd rather be. When the night comes down, we're all sitting around, playing guitars under the stars, singing about the nugget I've been dreaming about. And I say even the picture of it weighed 5 pounds, and it's right under the next rock, I do believe. There's gold in them hills, and I'm gonna find it. It's a sight to see.